Hello everyone, thanks for joining me. My name is Brian McCormick and you're watching MTG Rocks. We're going to be playing Pauper today, and I've got one of the most consistent and strongest decks you can run in Pauper. It is mono green. It's an aggro build that runs on a few ramp cards. We've got Llanowar Elves and Druid the Cowl, and then we just curve into some of the strongest creatures that are available in Pauper. So let's talk about the top end first. We've got Colossal Dreadmaw. No joke, Dreadmaw is the real deal. It's a 6/6 trample for 6. We can play this on turn 4 a lot. And it's hard for people to deal with trample in Pauper. They got a lot of little creatures, and this thing just fights over them. It often gets 2-for-1 value for us, which is perfect. We've also got Thundering Ceratok, which is another trampler. Again, I like trample in Pauper. It's a big creature, and it gives our other creatures trample as well. So let's talk about a few of the nice little tricks we've got in our deck. So we've got Kronch Wrangler. Man, I love this card in this deck. It's got trample. It's a 2/1. But whenever a creature with power 4 or greater enters the battlefield, it gets a +1/+1 counter permanently. Now, play this with Bloomhawk, and what happens is, first, Wrangler gets the +1/+1 counter, then Bloomhawk proliferates, which gives it another +1 counter. So essentially, playing Bloomhawk gives Wrangler +2/+2. It's now a 4/3, and it's just a 2-drop, which is great. And we play more Hulks, and we get another 2 counters on it. It's just really good synergy. We've also got Territorial Boars, which is just a nice little creature. It's a 2/2, but then when we play our 4-drop, it's a 3/3 with Vigilance, so it can both attack and block, trades pretty well. The biggest piece of interaction in our deck is our 4 Rabid Bites. So if our opponent is doing some kind of weird trick with enchantments or something, making their Healer's Hawks big, we can bite that with this card, and it's better than fighting. We don't want to fight our opponent's creatures because then our creatures can die. We just want to deal straight up damage from our creature's power. So pretty good removal spell for mono green. Gorger. So this deck, or any deck in Pauper, can get flooded quite easily because the games go on long, and the way the shuffler works, it just likes to flood. So when we have a lot of mana, this becomes a 7/7 for 8, which is good. It's already a 4/4 for 4, so it's just got good upside. And then Krosan Druid is our special trick for the deck. So let's say our opponent's playing Ill-Gotten Inheritance, or they're doing some kind of tempo or very aggressive strategy. We can play Krosan Druid for 8 mana, which is quite easy in this deck, and we gain 10 life, which completely ruins our opponent's tempo plans of beating us on life gain. And the reason why this is good is because we're running the biggest creatures in the game. They don't have creatures as big as we do. So as long as we can stay okay on the life gain front, like they're playing Flyers or whatever, as long as we can keep our life total in the game, the longer the game goes, the more it's going to favor us, usually, because we have the biggest creatures. So this is our Pauper green deck, and we're going to be playing this in the Pauper event that's going on right now, Part 2 of War of the Spark, No Escape. And when we get to 50 wins, we get a pretty sweet glass-style Vivian Champion of the Wilds. So I like these events that Magic Arena has. They're free to play. We get gold. We get some cool art styles. So having a lot of fun with them. The Mormir was particularly fun last week. You can watch the video of me playing Mormir on our channel if that's an event you like. Alright, we'll keep this. Do need to draw some more mana here, but we've got some good stuff to do in the meantime. Not good, not good. Nice response by our opponent. Getting a 2-for-1, essentially. Alright, so I'm just going to lead out with Boar since this dies to this. And I prefer to play this and follow it up with Bloomhawk, and I can't do that at the moment. So it looks like we're playing against a deck with a lot of removal. So what my strategy is against them, well, it's really up to them. But my strategy is just my deck list here. Basically, he kills all my little stuff, and then we just start pumping out Colossal Dreadmaws, and eventually he loses to our big creatures. Again, there's not that much great removal in this set, or in Pauper format. So I attack. He might do another little fungal infection. Block, win the trade. That's fine, because then my Kronch Wrangler doesn't get Bloom Infection. Skullduggery, alright, same thing. Yep. So again, look, he's got all these little ingy-dingy removal spells. Maybe he's got some big stuff later on, but we got a lot of big creatures coming soon. And all he's got's a dingy 1/1. If we can get our 4th mana, of course. Alright. Well, I'll take a creature too. So if we get that 4th mana, we've got 3 4-drops we can play. What does he got? He's got Moment of Craving, Vicious Offering. Okay. Alright, I felt like a land was about to come. So... Alright, come on, Forest. Alright, we'll play our Baloth. I would like to kick it if I had the mana. So, you know, if I block, he's probably going to use combat tricks on his attack. I probably would just wait and attack. Not do any blocks if he attacked. Sure. Self-Restrained is good. That kills our big stuff for the most part. That takes a lot of mana to use that ability. Alright, we're just gonna keep playing our big stuff here. Mm-hmm. So if we draw another land, we can start getting these Baloths out, which will be nice 5/5s. I could haste them too at 4/4. Our opponent actually does have a lot of solid removal in his deck. So we do need that 5th mana. Fine with that. Our opponent's stuck on 2 lands, but his curve looks really low to me. Alright, so... I guess I'll play Ceratok and give the Bloomhawk Trample so I can push through 2 damage. And then next turn this has Trample. I could haste this out. But yeah, see, even though he's a little mana screwed, we're just out. We just have bigger stuff than him. He's just got little things that have extra value, but they just don't equal the power of our creatures. Alright, now we got that 5th mana. Alright, so I'm just gonna go for the most damage as quickly as possible here. And we're gonna haste this out. Alright, any scoops? Alright, puts us up to 10 wins, 5 more, and we get the stained glass art. If you're playing Pauper right now, let me know what decks you're having success with. I'll be interested to see. Alright, we go second. Okay, this is weird. This is showing us an old version of the deck I was playtesting. So there is a bug I want to let you know about right now in Magic Arena. And sometimes it's showing an older deck. And even though I've selected So you're supposed to reselect your deck. You're supposed to reselect your deck whenever you make any changes to it. Like switch to another deck and then switch back to it. Because for some reason, it's in the event, it just holds on to that old version of the deck whenever you play. So no matter what changes you make to it, it's still gonna be playing the old version, even if you save it. Because if you remember my walkthrough, there's no Vigor Spore Worm. Alright, well. Luckily we won that quickly, so we can play a game with the correct list. Alright, so let's try this again. We'll switch to one of my other Pauper decks I've been playtesting. And then make sure everything's correct. Yes, this is correct. Alright, let's just look at this one more time. So you can take a look at it. And we'll see if it still bugs us. Alright, so we've selected it. And let's hope that it don't bug us again. That'd be pretty annoying if you were like in a mythic qualifier or something and it bugged your deck. Chose the wrong one. Alright, yeah, this is the right one. Alright, so I'll keep no ramp, but I mean, I guess we got a creature and some removal. Not counting on this, that if they remove our creature though, these two cards are kind of dead. Nice, we got land. Is this the same guy we played, Aguman? I wasn't paying attention, but this is the fungal infection deck. There's also some big news today. I'm not sure if it'll be at the time I upload this video, but they just announced that the Russo brothers, who directed Marvel's Endgame movie, will be working on a Magic the Gathering Netflix series, which I thought was pretty sweet. The first time I saw it, I thought it was a joke. I can't believe the Russo brothers are working on a Magic the Gathering series, but it's pretty awesome that they will be. I think it's good for the game. Bring new people into Magic. A little bit of a slow game here, but we're playing against the control builds. We didn't get our mana. Okay. Kind of expected him to play a big flyer, like Chillbringer or Watcher. Alright, so I guess I'll play Bloomhawk, hope it sticks, although I don't believe it will, and then try and Rabid Bite to kill his Watcher at some point. I could still try and race him and wait. I think I want to wait till he's tapped out to kill Watcher, so I really need to draw land to play Ceratok, I think. But I think we're kind of behind versus a control deck, and we're on turn 5 and only one creature out. We might have another Watcher and he's thinking of tapping out. Okay, so he must have Devious Cover Up in his hand. So that means I'm just going to attack for 4. He could have the Blink of an Eye too. So let's see if he plays it. No. Alright, so he has to have something, so I'm not going to... Well, I could play Ceratok, I guess. That's probably the best card. Because then he counters it. I have to save my Rabid Bites to kill Watcher at some point. And I can't do it when he's got 5 mana open. I can't cast a Rabid Bite. It's just going to get... I'm just going to get Blink of an Eye or something and get wrecked. So... Alright, so she's gonna blink of an eye that. Technically, we're winning this race with a 4-4 versus a 3-4. Ooh, artful takedown. Or Ceratok. Alright, so nice. He taps out. Now we've got 2 Rabid Bites. We're going to kill both of his Watchers and have a 4-5 out. That puts us in a very strong position, I think. And then if we draw a land, we've just got 2 Colossal Dreadmaws in a row we can play. And, you know, Artful Takedown's not very good versus a lot of cards in our deck like Ceratok and Dreadmaw. So, thank you for tapping out, my friend. And again, this is why Rabid Bite is better than a fight card. Our Ceratok doesn't take any damage. So we can do it twice and our creature still lives. And now we're winning the race. You know, we've got big stuff in our hand. That's fine. So I'd like to draw a land and just start popping down Dreadmaws. Ceratok's fine. Survives Artful Takedown, that's why I play it instead of Bloomhawk. Sure. Alright, nice. We got some Dreadmaws here, so we're gonna beat them with our big creatures now. That's what this deck's about. Those Colossal Dreadmaws, the Ceratoks. You can try and out-tempo us and win that way, but you can't beat us on sheer power. Ooh, he's gonna deal damage to him. And both our creatures have trample, so I think that means we win straight up right now, next turn. Because we've got 10 damage. He'll have to chomp with Watcher to survive. He's not gonna be happy to see our next Dreadmaw, that's for sure. I mean, he could have a blink of an eye and come back, I suppose. And then have like multiple removal spells on his turn, next turn. Oh, wow, you're gonna attack? Oh, he's got the -5/-5 spell to kill Dreadmaw. Okay, fine, we're still winning the race here. Alright, and we'll play another Dreadmaw. And yeah, Trample, like I said, really good in Pauper. These little chumpers don't really do much. People like to have the chump blockers because it gives them a tempo advantage, but not if you're facing against all trample damage. Alright, another victory. Racing on toward our 15 wins. Ooh. Don't particularly like this hand. I'll keep it. I don't like mulliganing in Pauper unless I'm mana screwed. I mean, I'm either going to draw lands or little creatures that are fine, so just quite a bit slow. Ooh, Burning Prophet. This can be a quick deck. I've seen it work well in the past. This deck uses Spell Gorger weird and gets the weird really big, and then it uses Prophet. If he gets the weird out or multiple Prophets, it's pretty strong and hard to beat. However, if they don't get like 2 of their cards out of the 8 that they run, then it can be kind of slow and not much action. Oh, so they did get a weird out along with the Prophet. Not good for us. Alright, so I'll play the Gorger. And yeah, I'm not sure we're going to be able to win this game because we're just too slow. And he's got the weird out. I think his weird will probably be 5 power by the time he ends his turn. And then I'd have to double Rabid Bite to kill it. I guess I could Rabid Bite the Prophet. Ooh, okay. So I can actually kill both his creatures on my turn now. That's good for us. I thought he would like play like Radical Insight and an Opt or the thing that gives haste, but it's just going to be a 4/4 weird at best. Nice. So we're going to lose some damage here, but then we're going to wipe our opponent's board. Right. Uh-oh. He's got a land. Well, let's pray he does not have an Opt. Please don't have an Opt, sir. Alright, no. Alright, so his deck is based around those creatures, so unless he draws those creatures, we're in a strong position despite being at 6 life. Although he could chain, like, Seismic Assaults to win. 6 life total is kind of low. If we get up to 8 lands, we can play that spell that gains us 10, and then we would be in a strong position. We got 3 Dreadmaws, though. Getting close. Alright, so he's got Sonic Assault to tap our creature, so we can only deal 6 to him next turn. He's got to play Sonic Assault now. Can't see him chomping the Prophet. Alright. Yep. It could be risky here to attack. Like, if he has another Sonic Assault, I lose. But if he has another Sonic Assault, I think I lose anyways, because he could just play it twice and put me at 0, like if he has a land. So we've just got to assume that if he has Sonic Assault, he wins. If he doesn't have it, we do the best we can to win, given that scenario. I suppose that is life total. We could have saved a Colossal Dreadmaw at a blocker 2. Like, maybe he's going to kill this and attack me for 4 with another Jayas. Alright. So maybe we should have left this one on not attacked. Yeah, maybe we should have done that. Left 2 back. I don't think it would have hurt us that much. But, I mean, we came back pretty far from having such a terrible hand that game. Alright, this seems fine. We've got Dreadmaw and some ramp. Oh, he's playing value stuff. Okay. That's big. Wish we had a 4-drop. Yeah, unfortunately I can't Rapid Bite it. Not getting any of our middle of the line spells. Just getting lands and our big stuff. Alright, I'll discard these forests all day. Ugh, more mana. Alright, Alright, I mean we go to 8, but then we got 2 Colossal Dreadmaws. Don't kill my druid. Oh, man. Alright. So we're gonna go to 1 life here. If he doesn't have removal. And then we Rabid Bite the Thrall. I want to get one of these hands that we need, like the Kronch Wrangler and the Bloomhawk. That's what our deck's about. Okay. Yes, yes. Go to 1. You got a combat trick. Alright. Fair enough. Alright. I don't think we can win this. Yep. Look at that. We drew 3 of our 4 Dreadmaws. Again, I'm just not a fan of mulliganing and Pauper much. Maybe I should be mulliganing more. Alright. This is a better looking hand if we draw spells instead of more lands. We've got a Boar into a Gorger, Krosan Druid late game to gain some life. Sorry, buddy, I don't have any tricks. Just creatures. Oh, you got a Kronch Wrangler. Probably play that next turn. Again, I like saving the Druid to gain 10 life. That's really why I run it. Fine trading. He'll probably trade. 2-1, you can't use that ability for a very long time. Alright, Play Wrangler. The next turn, make it bigger with a Gorger. He's gonna have removal. I guess he wants to use it on the Gorger instead. Oh, okay. Alright, so now we're kind of getting into good territory if we can top deck our bigger creatures. Yeah, those dresses are not going to do much. I only get our Rabid Bites. I could play Ceratok here before combat. Like if my opponent fungal infections and chumps. Alright. Figure one of those decks. Okay. Alright, so pretty good here. We've got 2 big creatures versus his 1. And if we get 2 more mana, we can... So if we get flooded, we got 10 life gain with Krosan Druid. If we don't get flooded, we've got good creatures we can draw, so... Yeah, and you could have some annoying combat tricks here, like Moment of Craving. But, I mean, if he has it, he has it. Or Fungal Infection. I mean, he only had 1 card in his hand. Oh, we just gotta make him play it. Okay. Fine racing here. We're... Another Krosan Druid, okay. Could hold this back as a blocker too, but kind of want to get some attacks in. And again, if I get 1 more mana, I can gain 20 life playing these back to back, so pretty good. That gives me lots of time to draw Colossal Dreadmaws or more Ceratoks or Baloth, which are 7/7s at this point. Got a removal spell. Alright. Alright, well that's not a land, but it's a creature, which is fine. So assuming it has no removal, we're gonna get to start chaining 10 life gain in a row. I'm just gonna throw away his 1/1. Epicure of Blood and Ill-Gotten Inheritance is annoying, so I wouldn't mind a way to answer that. Alright, so we've got to play this before we die. Next turn we'll kick the Gorger. But yeah, that 2 life swing with the Epicure of Blood is pretty annoying. So he can actually deal us quite a bit, I think, here. So that's 4. Can he win next turn? 4, 5, 6, 7. Puts us at 2. Okay. Just being a little bit on the safe side here. And then I can double block the Epicure. If he's got a combat trick, he's got it again. Ooh, another ill-gotten inheritance with Epicure. That's annoying. I think he might have us here with 2 ill-gotten inheritances. And Epicure out, which is basically like having 3 or 4 ill-gotten inheritances out. Yeah, we don't have any trample out, which is going to be hard for us to come back here. This is our last Krosan Druid in the deck. Alright, looks like we're a bit flooded now. Alright, well, our opponent doesn't know what to do. I'm going to scoop because it's pretty clear we're going to lose at this point. We don't have any good draws out of that game. Like, if we had Rabid Bite, we can deal with one of the Epicures, but then he's got Neonate plus 2 ill-gotten inheritances. And we don't got any trample, and he can just keep chump blocking with his 1/2s. Alright, this is a nice ramp hand. Alright, so against the blue-black control-ish deck, I think we're fine here. We've got 3 Bloomhawks, so unless he has some 5 toughness creatures, we're in good shape. Oh, and he just scoops. Okay. Yeah, I guess he figures he can't catch up to a 4/4 on the field. Alright, 2 more ones to go, and we get the stained glass art special. Alright, we'll keep. Yeah, we get a 4th land, we can play this big stuff, so. Kronch Wrangler gets bigger. We got the Kronch Wrangler Bloomhawk combo finally. Would have loved to turn one Llanowar though. Instead of the Ceratok in our hand. Well, he's got it. Is this a mirror? I feel like he's playing black too. Iron Bully. Okay. No attack. I don't want to trade with the Bully. Although he does get 2 damage from attacking, I want to play Bloomhawk and make it a 4-3. He's probably got Bloomhawk too, so he's running Iron Bully to proliferate it. Generous Stray, okay. Alright, finally we get to do the Kronch Wrangler combo. And it's got Trample. And next turn we got Ceratok. It's going to give our Bloomhawk Trample. And we've got quite a big attack. Yeah, so this is what I'm talking about, like how trample is important. All of these little things that when we got trample out, they're not as good. Alright, so now this has trample from Ceratok. Tagging for 9. And you can't even trade with any of them. It's only got 3 power. And this has trample next turn, so. And this will be a 6-5 when we play the Gorger. Wrangler is really good in this deck. I think this is the first time we've actually got a turn 2 Wrangler to stick. Yeah, there's his Bloomhawk to proliferate the Iron Bully, but I like Wrangler better than Iron Bully. And he doesn't attack. Okay, so go ahead and get the Wrangler bigger. And he can double block, I understand that, but we've got his life total low and we've got Dreadmaws coming. Alright, so he concedes. Alright, one more win, and we get the 15 win reward. Alright, we go first, and we've got our Ramper on turn 2. We got a Gorger we can play turn 3. Would have liked Llanowar, so we can do Llanowar, then Boar, then Gorger on turn 3, but it's okay. Ooh, Simic. That's a good one. I like the Simic build. So lead off with the Druid. I'll probably still play Gorger next turn rather than Boar. So the Simic one has the 2/3 flyer for 3, which I really like because it adapts and it can become a 3/4 flyer. Pretty strong. Proliferate, draw a card. Okay. So that's fine. Next turn we get Territorial Boar. No Rabid Bite to kill the beetle. We still have another Rabid Bite to kill his threat on his next turn. And 3 creatures out. Ooh, nice. Another Rabid Bite. Alright, good tempo advantage we're getting here. And the druids can attack, which is nice too. We got Dreadmaw. I'll play Dreadmaw next turn if I need to. Yeah, this just seems stronger. Alright, there we go. Nice quick win. You can see how having aggressive creatures and ramp is a consistent strategy, and it wins pretty quickly. Alright, there we go. So we got 15 wins and stained glass art. Let's see what we get in these booster packs. Gems, yeah. There's some mythics I still need in one of the spark, but mostly I just get gems from these packs now. Alright, so that's been the green Pauper deck. I hope you enjoyed watching this playtest, and I hope you have success playing Pauper and get the stained glass art as well. Thanks for watching, everyone.